Hey everybody, it's Dr. J from the Got Your Back Foundation here with Liora from Zoetic Workshops. And today she is going to talk about enhancing and empowering and transforming your life. And as always, we love and appreciate you so much, Liora. Thank you so much for being here.
Love you.
And I'm going to let you go ahead and get into it because we got some adjustments and some rockers and rollers back here to take care of. And I'll see you shortly. Okay. Have fun.
Sounds good. Thank you. I'm really laughing because anybody who is there, we have literally not once, not 1 week that we have done this, have we not had some kind of a glitch. We've literally never been on time. It's really bizarre. Okay, so hi, happy Friday, Freedom Friday, find your fabulousness Friday. Today I want to actually I want to talk about finding goodness, which is like finding beauty in everything. That when you find beauty, when you find goodness, no matter what, that it changes you, it enhances and empowers, it literally transforms you and therefore your whole life. So today is all about finding the goodness, finding the beauty. I had uh so true stories. I do this like I'm doing any of my live casts, which I do a lot of on Facebook at this point, less than we were, but was doing a bunch. And so I just, whatever's going on in my life, we talk about it. And then there's something that becomes life lessons for everyone, we hope, or a lot of people anyway. So hopefully what I'm about to share, you can extrapolate and make use of for yourself. All right, I'm dating this guy. I met him on online dating. I have a history of not picking the best men for me, not like they were evil human beings, but really not the best for me. And came to the decision with the help of a number of friends that I really stink at that. The funny thing is I have incredible friends. My friend group, which is really incredibly large, has extraordinary people in it. I have the best friends anybody could possibly imagine, for real. And they are extraordinary people. They are successful in their own right in the world. They are conscious. They are philanthropic. They are heart-centered. They are nice human beings. There is a constancy of goodness about them, for real. And I have a wealth of people like that in my life, for which I don't take them for granted. I don't take that I have it for granted, but what I am is incredibly humbled by the people in my life and genuinely grateful for the people in my life. And that being said, for whatever reasons, I don't seem to pick a guy for me all that well. All right, so been learning. I've been on a learning curve trying to do that. And I was talking to I have itchies. It's allergy season and my nose is a little itchy. My niece and I were talking on the phone this morning, one of my nieces, and I was saying how I'm dating this new person. She knows about him, and I of course absolutely love him. I'm in love with him like crazy, and I said he's going to be here next week. He actually lives hundreds of miles away. I live in Owings Mills, Maryland. He lives in Burlington, Vermont. Oh my God! But whatever, we hit it off, and there's always a way. When it's right, there's always a way. So we actually talked on the phone. The first time we talked on the phone, it was for over 4 hours. The following morning, we were talking on the phone for, oh my gosh, over 4 hours. Anyway, we don't spend that long on the phone these days, but we do talk pretty much every day, or almost every day, I should say. And in talking almost every day, there's become rhythms and really an intimate getting to know you. And it's been really, really nice. We didn't actually meet in person. This has been going on for about 2.5 months, I guess. We didn't really meet in person until just a couple of weeks ago, actually weekend before last. So really literally 2 weeks ago today. And it was wonderful. And she was asking me about it. And then I laughed and I said, he's going to be here next weekend. And my dad, bless him, is still alive. And he and his girlfriend are going to check him out, which is good. I need, according to my friends, other people to vet a guy for me. And it's a really good idea because I stink at it. And I said to my niece, I need you to come down and check him out for me because I know you'll tell me exactly what you think. And she laughed and she said, the thing about you is that you always see the goodness in everybody. And I do. And it has shaped me. It has also helped to shape other people. I do. I love everybody for real. It's just this, there's hardly a soul I have met that I can't find something about them that I love. I genuinely love everybody, and I find what's good and right about them, and I relate to them as that goodness, and I relate to them as that beauty that they are. And the downside of that in my personal life, across the board, professionally or with my friends or my family, is literally zero. There is no downside, none. But when it comes to having a guy in my life with that kind of intimate relationship, I don't tend to pick very well. So we, being a collection of people who, God bless them, love me and want to protect me, said I should have other people in on it. And so I have literally like a team of people in my life who are checking out whoever I'm dating. All right. With the instructions to, in an unvarnished way, tell me the truth about what they think and feel. All right. That is it. Okay. That being said, my niece's conversation with me this morning, it was really interesting, was about how I find the goodness in everything. And I said, I do. And that's really, I don't want to be a different way. I like that I am that way. I like that what I see is always something worth loving. And that it is, in fact, beauty in that other person. And one of the results of that is that it helps other people around me to become the best of who they are. And what it also does is it makes me a better person. So I'm saying that to you, like if you found that in the people in your life, all the way around, no matter what, it would actually change you. And it would also change them. Okay, which doesn't mean anything other than people will actually try, and they do try, to be the best of who they can be in an environment where they are being held as the beauty and the love that they actually are and can be. All right. So that being said, and I've gotten better and better at this over the years, there isn't a lot of discretion around that. For those of you who don't know, I was an actor, singer, dancer for 24 years, and I had the unmitigated privilege and blessing of one of my acting teachers being Herbert Berghoff, the famous Herbert Berghoff, and who was an actor and director and producer, but mostly actor and director. And he was one of my acting teachers, and I just loved Herbert. And in one of Herbert's classes, he was actually coaching somebody else, not me. I was just sitting and observing. But he was talking to this, it was a couple on stage with a particular scene that they were working on. And he said to the guy, do you see anything about her that you think is beautiful? And this guy was dying of embarrassment, not wanting to confess that he actually did think of her as beautiful. He was hiding that. And yet it was a love scene. It was a scene where he was expressing his love. And Herbert very clearly stated how flat that fell. And it fell flat because this guy was hiding that he was really thought she was beautiful. And so Herbert had them sit down and told a tale about when he was in a movie, and I think it was a movie he was in, whatever, either movie or show. And the woman that he was cast romantically opposite was a dog. She was just, in his world, really not easy to look at. And he had to be in love with this woman. He had to show emotion of how attracted he was to this woman that he did not find particularly attractive. And at some point in desperation, he just kind of looked down a little bit and he saw her ankles. And they were beautiful. They were perfect. Her legs were really shapely and her ankles came like they came in, and they were slender ankles before they flared out ever so slightly towards the heels and the foot. She had the most beautiful ankles he thought he had ever seen, ever. And from then on, in all of the rehearsals and then in the final performances, when he would look into her eyes, what he would imagine in his mind were her beautiful ankles. The thing that I really got from that, it's kind of funny, but the thing that I got from that is that there's beauty in everything, and that we can bring beauty to everything. And that when we appreciate the beauty that we perceive, it changes us. It changes you, it changes me. In our 4th level course, Zoetic Workshops, in the 4th level course, it's called Integration. It is heaven. It is 2 weeks at a 5-star oceanfront home in the Outer Banks with a 5-star chef. And you get that entire retreat for less than it would cost you to go to a hotel for 2 weeks in the Outer Banks. All of your food, all of your snacks, all of your tuition, your incredible home to live in, all of that for less than it would cost you to spend 2 weeks at the Outer Banks at a hotel. So anyway, part of one of the exercises that we do is really, it's an hour long of sending students out, all of us, because I'll do it every time we go, I will do it again. And it's finding the beauty in everything that you perceive. Everything, whether it's seagrass, a grain of sand, another person, the grain in the table. It's that everything, since you have the blessing of sight, but if it were somebody who were blind, I would do it another way. But for those of us who do have the blessing of sight, everything that you or I see, finding the beauty that lies within. And once you see or perceive that beauty, allow yourself to be filled to the brim with that beauty. Appreciate it inside, and then send it back out. Let that bush know, let that seagrass know, let that little handful of sand know how beautiful it is. And what people report year after year from that retreat and that one exercise is that when they stopped long enough to actually notice that there is beauty, notice that there was something good that they could perceive that had them feel good, that was goodness about whatever it was. It could have been the sound of a child laughing on the beach. It could be the smell of coffee brewing. It was just slowing down long enough to perceive the goodness, perceive the beauty of whatever, fill in the blank. And that would be thing after thing after thing for an hour, only 1 hour of time. But a lot of beauty is perceived in an hour. And in that, once perceiving the beauty, allowing yourself to be filled with what you consider to be beauty. And what people report every year is that as they did that, they found more beauty and noticed more that was goodness about whatever it was. And it was like it was this unfolding of more beauty and another thing that's beautiful about it, and yet another thing more beautiful about it still. Adding yet another aspect of beauty. Allowing yourself to be filled to the brim with that beauty literally changes as an experience of life what you or I are experiencing in that moment. The fascinating thing to me is that every single year, when people talk about all of that and the changes that happen within, the greatest change of all was when they would mentally or even out loud verbally express to, let's say, that seagrass, how beautiful the seagrass is. And so an example would be, wow, I just saw you as this kind of rough looking scrub, sea scrub, green, rough, I don't know, whatever you're doing, hanging out on the dunes there, sort of passing you by. But I was so wrong. You were beautiful. I love the variegated greens and the different kinds of leaves that are there. And there are actually 3 or 4 different species all cohabitating together, obviously in harmony. What lessons I have to learn from your wonderfulness and grace and living so seamlessly with these other seagrass species. It's incredible. And that you're growing out of sand. That's just remarkable. And you're beautiful. You actually, instead of this being simply a barren sand dune, you have brought life to sand in a way that literally did not exist before. And I'm so grateful to you. And I thank you. I thank you so much for your beauty. I thank you for your grays and your greens and your reds and your yellows. Just thank you. And I love you for your beauty. You are beautiful. And what people would report back every year, do report back, is that inside, as an experience, they changed entirely. It was no longer about them. It was about the seagrass. And the more gratitude and beauty they imparted into the seagrass, the more beautiful the seagrass became. And the more beautiful the seagrass became, the more beauty they were feeling and witnessing, experiencing. And the more that they were experiencing beauty and the more beauty they were experiencing, both, the more extraordinary they were feeling. And the more they wanted to tell the seagrass about its beauty. And the more they did that, this cycle goes and goes and goes. Today, our lesson is a call for us to see the goodness or perceive the goodness, to see the beauty or perceive the beauty in everything and everyone around us. I have 5 children. One of my children, it's 4 boys and a girl, one of my boys has an incredibly dry sense of humor. He is absolutely deadpan. And I guess about 2 years ago, I suddenly caught on that he wasn't being mean. He was being funny. He just does funny with an amazingly straight face. And so he stopped doing anything like that. He barely talked to me, really, just as recently as, say, 2-3 years ago. He really was hardly talking to me. Now we will chat and he will joke with me and whatever. I just suddenly, over the years, it was like he's just getting meaner and meaner to me and more sarcastic and really unpleasant to be around. And then I realized he's actually funny. And I started acknowledging him for his sense of humor and telling him how much I love his humor and how funny he is and thanking him for making me laugh. And the more I have done that, the more freed up he is just to yak with me. And the more freed up he is to yak with me, the more I tell him, oh, I just love when we just talk. It makes me so happy to do that. I love you. I love the way your brain thinks. I love your mind. I love your heart. You're such a good guy. I just keep telling him that more and more and more. And the more I tell him, the more he talks with me. And the more he talks with me, the funnier he also gets, by the way. And the more often he is funny with me. And I find that to be a beautiful part of my child. And yes, a lot of it is sarcastic and not the kind of humor I would necessarily pull out from my hip pocket, but it is in fact funny. And it's not denigrating. It's just slightly sarcastic and perfectly twisted and frankly funny. And the more I have done that, the funnier he has gotten everywhere. Interestingly enough, the more that's happened, the higher his grades have gotten. He's basically a straight A student now, and he wasn't, but he is now. Same school, actually tougher. They're in their junior year of high school and they're twins. And his grades are stellar. Oh, except one. Sorry, straight A's except one, which is actually getting fixed in the next quarter, she has said. So I want to say that he has become a better person. And he has made requests that he would never ask for before. And he has become more humble. And he has just become nicer. the more I have found beauty in my own child, and the less I have criticized my own child, but instead found what was good about him. That when I would feel hurt, or I would feel angry, or I would feel not okay about something he has said, I have now learned to stop and listen for what is it he's really saying, and then appreciating that, and that he would be that open with me. So what has come from that is my child has evolved. My child has developed and evolved. He has become an even better, much better version of himself. My own father says he cannot believe how much he loves being around him now. It's not just me that says this as his mother. My father says the same. He's just, it's like he's not even the same person that he was 2 years ago. And he's not. This is our call to see the goodness in everything and everyone around us. It is a call to find the beauty in every aspect of life. When we do that, it enhances us, it enhances you, it enhances me. It's empowering, clearly, both to inanimate, which we would think of as inanimate objects, as well as ourselves. And it literally transforms us. It transforms your experience of being in life in a way that has so much joy, has so much love present, that has really unspeakable peace and happiness all combined. So, a beckoning, come hither, find the beauty, find the goodness, to enhance, empower, and literally transform your life and the lives of everyone around you. Find the goodness, find the beauty. Allow yourself to recognize it, let it move you, and then give it back and tell that other person, tell that other thing how beautiful it is, how beautiful they are. Okay, that's it for the lesson piece. Quick announcement, and then we'll meditate. If there are any questions, I believe there is a way for you to write to me, and I can answer your comments if you're on here. I think there is, but I'm not sure. We're on StreamYard. I know we're switching platforms, and so there's that itchy nose again. So it looks like there's a place to comment, but I'm not sure if you can or not. If you're on YouTube, I don't know if it comes through to StreamYard for chatting, whatever. Anyway. Let's see. Zoetic Workshops has been in business for over 20 years. It's kind of funny saying that because it seems like that's like a big deal, but I have to say that's gone really fast. It's flown. And it has evolved dramatically since we began. We have a curriculum that has 5 classes in it, 5 different workshops and retreats. The first 3 are done as immersion programs, weekend immersion programs. The 4th course, as you know, if you were listening to this, is a 2-week retreat. And the 5th course is every other month, a long weekend. So it's 5 long weekends in actually less than 10 months. So September through May. And every other month, we have a 1-day Zoom classroom. And it is done as a combination of immersion and seminar kind of status in terms of participating. That one is the only one where we have homework in between. So, okay. So I guess a little bit more like a seminar in that way. The names of the courses are meditation, expansion, completion, integration, and ascension. And the courses are exactly what they're entitled. If you want more information about our classes, or we have a seminar series called Bridges to Freedom, which is remarkable. It's 9 sessions over 9 months, once a month for 2 hours on a Sunday. Let me know. There's a banner on the bottom of your screen. Basically, 2 ways for you to be in touch with me. You can call me or you can email me directly. And I think that's it for Zoetic workshops and announcements. Before I finish all of the announcements, though, one last piece is just a complete and total shout out to Dr. Justin Klein and Got Your Back and Got Your Back Foundation. Thank you for the goodness that you are bringing into the world professionally and philanthropically. Thank you for being who you are and making the difference in our world that you are making. Got Your Back. It is chiropractic and more with medical and stem cell and physical therapy and holistic healing, all of that involved in one wellness center in northern DC. That's Got Your Back. And I recommend Dr. Klein and his whole crew. And so that's one piece. And then, of course, the foundation, Got Your Back Foundation. Again, thank you for doing everything you're doing, getting as many holistic practitioners out in the world as you possibly can from so many, many, many different directions. All right, let's meditate. Get yourself comfortable. If you have a chair where you can let your head go back, that's really a good thing so that your head doesn't go flying all over. If you don't have that kind of head or neck support and you're okay with letting your head go down, that's okay too. You could be sitting down or lying down. I ask that you not have anything crossed. So if you're crossed at your ankles or your legs or your arms or fingers interlaced, undo that so that your body's nice and open in a way that you can receive. When things are crossed, it's like we have crossed arms, that sort of shields us. This is going to be about lots of wrinkles. And this is going to be about being nice and open and allowing yourself to be in a way that you are vulnerable and will protect you and that you can receive. So here we go. If you're wearing glasses, take them off. Make sure your whole body is supported. Ankles, knees, hips, sacral plates, small of your back, shoulders, arms, neck. This is a good time for you to not have walk through traffic, and at the same time include walk through traffic if that is part of what your surroundings are. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Give a deep breath out. Nice. Again, take a deep breath in. And give a deep breath out. This time, as you take a deep breath in, have your breath be pure white light coming in from everywhere. Pure white light coming into you from above you, below you, your sides, your front, your back. Pure white light coming in through your glandular system, in through your skeletal system, your neurological system filled with pure white light, your muscular system, your nervous system, all filled with pure white light. Allow yourself to feel appreciation for something as you have this awareness. And give that pure white light breath back out into the world. And as you give that pure white light back out to the world, without any hesitation or stopping, go ahead and bring pure white light in. It's easy to think of out there and in here, so I will use those terms. By the end, it all blends. In this meditation, allow, include. Doors open and shut. People may walk by. Include your thoughts. Go ahead and breathe in pure white light from everywhere, from above you, below you, through your sides, through every nook and every cranny, every crevice, every roundness. Breathing pure white light in, filling all of you with pure white light. Your lymphatic system, your vascular system, your passages, allowing yourself to be filled with pure white light, all of the solids, all of the liquids, all of the air. Locate anything within you that is not of that pure white light. Gently place whatever that is into that pure white light and exhale it out, letting it go. Let it go. Let it go. And as you are emptied of all air, and breathing pure white light in from everywhere, filling yourself entirely, follow the breath, going deeper and deeper within, going deeper and deeper within your own consciousness, going deeper and deeper within your own body. Until you can go no smaller as you go deeper and deeper. And as you exhale, follow your breath again, this time going outward, out to all that is, universality of all that is. Not knowing who all is in the universe supporting you, allowing in all that's there as you expand more and more into the vast regions of the universe beyond anything you have traveled to before, following your breath there. Breathing pure white light in from everywhere into the extraordinary individual you are. Name 3 things within yourself that you appreciate about you. Let me know when you have gone smaller than you've ever gone before and vaster than you've ever gone before. Surrounded by pure white light, filled with pure white light. Smaller than an atom or an electron. Smaller than a quark or a lepton. Into the tiniest, teeniest, bittiest pieces of you. More infinitesimal than it just was. And simply allow yourself to love what it is you see you. Find the beauty within that which you perceive about yourself or another thing. And take that within you. And as you find yourself well within your own being, deeper and deeper, and you find yourself more expansively in the vastness of our universe in all directions, locate yourself as the bindu, that hinge, the pivot point, the trading post of all that is unique and individual, all that is eternal and expansive beyond measure, what is infinity. Find yourself an appreciation of the beauty within you. What are your gifts, your talents? What is your goodness? Appreciate that goodness and that beauty within you without any false modesty. Simply appreciate the beauty within yourself. Allow yourself to be filled with that beauty. And tell yourself, what it is that is beautiful about you. And as you exhale, follow your breath outward. And as you go outward, notice people and animals and plants and rocks. Notice the seasons and the temperature, the sun and the sky, the things in your world, and the planets and the stars and the universe itself. And whatever your consciousness lands on, appreciate that beauty. Appreciate that beauty within you, of whatever that person or that thing is. And let yourself be filled with the beauty and the goodness of that. Inside your own being, let that person or thing or things know of its beauty. Finding gratitude within yourself for the beauty that it is, or that he or she are. Giving beauty its own self. Breathing into your own beauty, going deeper and deeper within your own consciousness, appreciating the beauty that you are, and letting yourself know the beauty that you are. Letting yourself be filled to overflowing with that beauty. Exhaling that individual, unique beauty that you are out into the universe, and finding the beauty everywhere around you, in the people and the things and the worlds around you. Going as vast as you can in the universe, as expansively as you are able right now. And finding beauty wherever you do. Appreciating that beauty. Giving voice to the beauty that it is. bringing the beauty of the universe back into your own individual self, blending universality and oneness into your own unique, extraordinary being. Blending your individual oneness with all that is. The pivot point of universality and individuality lives in you, and the beauty and the goodness of all of it is you. I'm going to begin counting up now from 1 to 9. As I do, allow your consciousness to rise from level to level with the numbers. When I say the number 9, gently open your eyes and allow yourself to be present in your body, in your beautiful body, exactly as you are, filled with beauty, filled with the appreciation of the goodness and the beauty, both within and without. 1, 2, 3. Feel your conscious mind arising. 4, 5, 6. Begin to feel yourself in your body, where and how you are sitting or lying down, the air around you, the air within you. Aware of the beauty and the appreciation of the beauty, both within and without. 7, 8, 9. Gently open your eyes, allowing yourself to be present here, now, exactly as your beautiful self is. Gently open your eyes and allow yourself to be present in your body, just exactly as you are. Welcome back. If you are back, if you're not back yet, that's okay too. And I wish you an extraordinary, beauty-filled weekend. May you recognize the beauty within you. May you recognize the beauty around you, in everyone, in everything. And let all of that know how grateful you are for the beauty they are, including yourself. Have a wonderful weekend. I love you. I bless you.